Bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game. In the toxic created by this world, that is who you are. No sign of losing, I must be get some time to wake up. Gravity gets us on the ground. That is bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings, I don't need a new world under you. Can't feel a thing. We already know the smell of the game. Remember, you are blazing, still your heart is blazing. If the world made you, I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game.
Me lleva la verga. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Buenas. ¿Cómo andamos hoy? Espero que muy bien. A mí me lleva la verga. Neta, estoy que me lleva la chingada, güey. Se chingó el pedal de mi bicicleta, güey. En media calle. 2 veces. Me lleva la mierda. Ahí está el botón, puta madre. ¿Qué hecho está acomodada mi cámara? Wait, voy a arreglar este pendejado. Oh no. No, ¿qué hice? Fuck. God damn it. No vean esto, es un error. Todo es una simulación. Listo. Ahora sí, otra vez. ¡Cat! Me equivoco de botón. Ok. A la verga, güey, me caga la madre. Todo sale mal hoy, todo sale mal. Muy bueno, hoy vamos a jugar al Apextoso. Para matar gente y desestresarme. Porque, qué mierda, güey. Neta, qué mierda. Ah, me lleva la verga. Vamos a poner el Apextoso en lo que me termino mi cigarro. Es neta, usualmente no pisteo los lunes. Que digo, es el inicio de semana, güey, vale madre, güey. Pero, güey, mames. No mames. pasado de verga este día, este lunes se pasó de verga, güey. Pero llegó con todo este lunes, güey. Mm. Ando viendo si también me armo el stream, el direct, el live en, ¿cómo se llama? En el TikTok. Para ver si alguien le cae para acá, desde TikTok. Dudo que pase, pero pues, me. Qué mierda, güey. Hoy sí fue un día de la verga. Y luego tengo que hacer una animación medio difícil de mi trabajo. No me disgusta mi trabajo, pero esa animación sí está medio difícil. O sea, es con mi jefe directo y es adivinar exactamente lo que quiere. Mamita cabrón. Adivinar qué quiere mi jefe bien. Hoy como todos los días vas a jugar Gibby. Porque Gibby es amor. Gibby is love, Gibby is life. Que también me pude ya por fin comprar al octavo. Ahora, o sea, conseguí más fichas de leyenda para conseguir a todos los demás güeyes. No ando al 100, definitivamente no ando al 100. Pero pues de eso a andarme pudriendo en mi miseria de hoy, pues prefiero jugar algo. La verga. Creo que se voy a llamar el live. Chicos de madre. Una hora por lo menos. O algo así, no sé. Como sea. Y listo, ya está en vivo el stream del de este. A ver qué pedo. Uy, güey. Ay, güey. Qué hueva. Qué hueva. No mames, güey, neta. Estoy hasta la madre, güey. Güey, 2 veces me pasó, güey. 2 veces me pasó que se chingara mi pinche bicicleta, güey. Es una mamada. Y fue de la nada, güey. Lo del pedal, güey. Simplemente andaba en la bicicleta y de nada. ¡Pum! Se salió. Y decía, güey, ¿qué pedo, qué pedo, qué pedo? Mm. Ay, güey. Ay, güey. Qué mamada. Pero bueno, ojalá esta noche sea mucho mejor. Esta noche sea más tranqui. Y más que nada que esta noche sea tranqui, güey. Mm. Es lo único que pido, güey, que esta noche sea tranqui. Y no me estrese en el Apex. Que posiblemente me estrese. Si le pasa. Mi Gibby se acaba de trabar. Gibby está... Oh, ok, cool, nice. Ok. Me desconecta el menú. Nice. Vamos a darle. Vamos a darle. Ay, güey. Varias personas se están uniendo y yendo del live. Aquí del TikTok. Lo cual es normal. Pero bueno. Ya veré cómo me va en las partidas de hoy. It's me, Gibby.
Time to end this.
Turururururu.
This force can light up the galaxy.
I'm only headed one way, and that's up, baby.
Su team está raro. Watson, Valkyrie, Gibby. A ver cómo nos va.
Introducing your champion.
Try as you might. You can't kill a what, son?
No me gusta la skin de Watson.
Oh, that was incredible. Okay, I'm bored now.
Hey, let all of them know Gibraltar's having one hell of a day.
Dios está aquí. Len. Dios, ojalá sí esté, güey, porque no mames, güey, el Apex. A ver si tengo suerte hoy, güey. Jesus Christ. Oh, güey, ok. Un team directamente, ok, cool. No tengo nada.
Taking the shot. Frag out.
Ok,
Gotta heal.
estuvo cerca.
Beginning ring countdown.
We get some good news. We're in the next ring.
Blood.
Taking a knee.
Rompe a alguien.
Enemy shield. No worries, brother. I got you.
Cool. ¿Pueden irme al live? Nah, bro. No estoy hablando con nadie, entonces. Solamente voy a andar jugando en el Apextoso.
Reloading.
No tomamos a bueno, cool.
Healing my wounds.
Hold up, healing.
Healing up. Give me a sec.
Firing.
That enemy shield is broken. Finish.
Frag out.
Recharging.
Ocupo armas de algo. Ok. Oh god.
A moment to heal up.
Oh Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh no.
Recharging shields.
Reloading. I downed the shot.
Ah, I'm out of heavy ammo.
Taking damage.
I'm out of light ammo.
That enemy shield is broken.
No tengo nada. No tengo balas.
One sec. Healing up.
I'm out of heavy ammo.
Ayuda.
Recharging my shields.
Healing up. Give me a sec.
Cracked shields on that bandit.
Recharging shield.
Reloading. Last one down.
Todo hecho con putazos. Ah, se murieron. Cool, nice. Cool.
Healing my wounds.
Algo, el escudo, cool. Cool. Sigo sin tener balas.
Healing up. Give me a sec.
Taking a moment to heal up.
Debimos. Güey, no tengo balas de nada.
I'm out of heavy ammo.
O balas. Oh,
Charging on my
gracias,
shield.
bro.
Thank you.
Ok. Tururururum, tururururum. Ujujú. Nos fue bien en eso. Eso quiere decir que nos va a ir bien en toda la partida. Yes, sí, señor. Sí, señor.
I need it.
Thank you, bro.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
One sec. Using my Phoenix kit.
Feel that charge in the air. We're inside heavy ammo here. Barrel
Thanks.
stabilizer here. Level 3.
Órale, este vato me está dejando todo.
There's the second wind I needed.
Nice. Ahora me falta light ammo. Munición pequeña. Pequeñita, ¿dónde? Ah, ok. He escuchado pasos, pero a mi compita. Ahorita voy a armar más ammo.
Delivering care
El
package.
replicador ese. Alguien
Care
aquí.
package coming in.
Attention.
¿Puedo armar de una vez?
I'm
Sí.
cracking.
Crafty, but I'm still ready. We got ourselves a new kill leader.
Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. Cool, nah, nice, nice. Oh god, oh Jesus Christ.
My
No,
ultimate's
Milky.
ready to join the fun.
We are not alone. Look over here.
Cracking open this hold.
Salieron corriendo de volado. Se fueron. Llegaron y se fueron. Órale. Bueno. Estamos en el círculo, todo bien. No hay pedo. Tenemos ventaja de posición. Ya tengo mucha munición pesada, tengo que cambiar por algo. Ok, ok, ok. Ujujú. Hola Enrique, ¿cómo estás? Buenas, buenas. Yes, DVDs, nice. Ok. Pues a movernos. Me agradan estos güeyes. Mi team. Todos randoms. Son cool. Son a toda madre. Saben lo que hacen. Por lo menos. Eso quiero creer. Como una mochila. Me urge una mochila. La puta madre. Mierda. No hay mochilas.
Gotta hop up here. Tempo.
No me importa. Esta esa cosa.
I need an extended
Gotta
light
go
mag.
beyond my marker.
Tipos malos. Hay enemigos en todas partes. Ok. Pues no los veo. Oh, fuck, se me tomó mi pierna. Oh, no.
2.
Ah!
Beginning ring countdown.
Ah!
Looks like we're in the next ring. Good. Target over there.
Replicator being delivered.
They're sending a replicator down if you need one.
Escucho gente matándose. ¿Por qué crafteas, güey? Deberíamos ir a matarlos. Se están peleando. Hagamos third party, güey. Chingue su madre.
Hold up. Almost
Seamos
done
unos
crafting.
culeros.
Enemy over there.
No le doy.
Let's go here. Allons-y.
Bring down some destruction. Frag out.
Echo shield here. Level 3.
Throwing grenade. Reloading.
Evo shield here. Level 3.
Reloading. Reloading.
Firing.
Last one.
Shields on that
Cool.
bandit. Confirmed slash on whole squad.
Heads up. Making contact with enemy.
Reloading. Body shield here. Level 4.
Recharging shields.
Güey, no mamen. ¿Cómo es que me da?
Range just a little further. 45 on the clock.
A few more meters and we'll be inside the ring. 30 seconds to go.
Debería conseguir
Level 4.
otra arma.
Backpack here. Level 3.
Opa, ok.
Ring
Se me
closing
olvida
object.
que
Extended energy mag.
Guau.
Optics here.
estoy bien, estoy bien. Están peleando.
Enemy spotted.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Ring's closing and we're all in the danger zone.
Perfecto, perfecto, perfecto. Cool, 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 cool. Estamos bien, todos bien.
One more squad left.
Ah, ya vamos a acabar la partida. Cool.
Care package coming
Spotted
down.
an enemy.
Taking fire.
Taking damage over here.
Using my Phoenix kit.
I scored a hit.
Shield up.
Round 3. Beginning.
Bandit hurting.
Chale.
Taking fire.
Reloading. Giving my shields a recharge.
Ah, fuck. Están en el próximo círculo y nosotros no.
Attention.
Airstrike.
Ya no nos dan. Uy, sí nos dan. Oh god, oh Jesus, oh Christ. ¡Wah!
Come on, this way.
Let's check the squad.
Contact with target. Shield up.
I'm down.
Let's scan this area.
Engaging the enemy. That enemy shield is broken. Fini. Reload.
Reloading. Using a Phoenix kit.
Reloading.
Under fire. Bogey in my
No seas mamón. Ah, me tumbó, güey. Chale.
Big, small, don't matter. You're just target practice to me.
Chale, estamos en segundo. Chale. No hice nada en toda la partida, güey. Siento que no hice ni madres. Chale. Ah, Apex Pack, a ver qué sale. Meh. Ok. Cool. Tururururum. Mm. Chale. Esa partida no me gustó. Estuvo muy culera. No hice nada. Para eso solamente ayudé como 3 veces, güey. Y puede haber usado creo que el Finish Kit, pero ya estaban matando a todos, güey. Ah, ni pedo. Ni pedo.
Follow me if you want to win.
Fly fighter. The end is decided.
Voy a tener una skin chingona de Gibby, güey. Me hace falta una skin chingona de Gibby. Es lo único que me falta en esta vida. Porque tengo de Caustic. Caustic me gusta mucho, pero... no sé, últimamente me dan más ganas de jugar Gibby que Caustic.
It is your honor to face me.
If not even light can escape the event horizon.
Battle lies below.
Ok, let's go.
As the sun shines, my brothers, I rejoice.
Vamos a estar bien lejos de todo el mundo.
Over there.
Chale. Ok. Mastiff y R99. Okidoki.
Backpack here. Level 2.
Ok. No me gusta el R99.
Round 1. Beginning ring
No me
countdown.
gusta para nada.
Eyes on the map. Next ring not close.
Nice. Una carabina. Cool.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
First blood.
First blood. The battle begins.
New kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Heads up.
Que ya voy a agarrar la... Oh, de aquí. Ujú.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Dibs.
Quiero mejor escudo. Casi me caigo. Estaba a punto de hacer la barrida en el precipicio y no sabía que había un precipicio ahí. Ujú. Cantarilla,
My ultimate is
encontrar
ready. The hunt begins.
algunos contingentes.
Thank you.
Ya pues a ver qué pedo. Uy. Tururú, vámonos. Fuímonos.
Closing in 1. We're not very close.
Fuck. Sad. Gibby es muy gordo para hacer esas maniobras. Nope, nope, nope.
Far ring, 45 left.
No. Sí, no. Iba a agarrar la Hemlock desde la Rampage, pero no. La Hemlock no me gusta. Sé que habían people aquí. Creo que había people aquí. Más adelante, no sé.
10
Creo que
seconds.
no.
The ring's close.
Found an extended energy magazine here. Level 2.
I'm in search of an extended
Optics here.
energy mag.
Close range.
Ring movement in progress.
I could use that.
Ring's coming in.
There's a sentinel over here. Come and get it.
Se me traba el...
Fire.
Se me traba... No, se me traba, se me traba, se me traba, no sé si se me está trabando, ya no se me está trabando. Aquí.
Made a hit.
¿Dónde? Márcalo. ¿Por qué lo marca esta tipa? What the fuck?
Delivering care package.
Heads up. Package coming in.
¿Por qué no
Might
hace...?
be something good this way.
Heard that.
Ok. Odio cuando empiezan a pelear y no marcan ni hacen nada. Es como, güey, somos un equipo. Por favor, dime dónde te están disparando para poder ayudarte, bro. Es muy fácil, solamente dale el botón del mouse del medio. Y con eso ya, güey, ya, es más que suficiente.
Getting shot at. Boy jumping.
Wow, cómo no le di.
Calling
you.
the airstrike. Reloading. I'm getting shot. Enemy shield down.
Bye bye. Otro hijo de perra.
I'm down, brother.
Qué pendejada, güey.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Enemy shield broken. Reloading. Getting shot at. This time I'm down.
I'm taking fire.
GG. GG. ¿Qué onda, Giro? El APC Simón. Va a perder mayoría. Pero la neta me desestresa menos. ¿Qué onda, Giro? ¿Cómo estás? Espero que bien, bro. Nice. Ay, güey. Ando haciendo también un stream en TikTok. el directo en TikTok. Solamente para promocionar aquí. Porque se supone que puedes hacer como stream también de la pantalla, pero ocupas 2 compus para eso y la neta no tengo 2 compus. Entonces, ¿qué tal? También hay cosas que se deben hacer con calma, pero ahorita estoy muy bien. Qué bueno, bro. Qué bueno que estás muy bien. Sí, tómalo todo con calma, güey. Todo se arregla al final. El chiste es de relajarse, pensar y luego piensa, planea y ejecuta, bro. ¿Sabes? Sí, hoy me fue de la mierda, güey. Mi pedal de mi bicicleta se cayó 2 veces, así se zafó, güey. Se zafó por sus huevos, güey. Ya iba acá bien gambante, nada, pop, y yo, cabrón. En la calle me pasó 2 veces, güey. Fue como, güey, ¿qué pedo? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué a mí, güey? ¿Por qué en este momento? No me gusta esa skin de
Introducing
la
your
loba.
champion.
No está chida. Ok, son 2. Los champions son 2.
Combust or bust.
Let's find
Ok, de una, ok, va. Wait, ¿nadie bajó? ¿Somos los primeros que estamos bajando? Nah.
Let's see what we have
Ah.
over here.
Ok. Chido. Ok, alternator, cool. Si yo estoy en este lugar, güey, ¿para qué vienes, hijo de tu pinche cola? No me caes bien. Y tenía que ser la Valkyria, huevo. La Valkyria es la nueva... ¿Cómo se llama? Raid. Siempre son bien culeros, güey. Quien quiera que sea main Valkyria es un ojete, güey.
Treasure pack here.
Nadie,
Treasure pack
nadie me puede...
First blood.
Nadie me lo puede negar, güey.
First blood. Imagine passing out before even taking a sip. Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Sí, prefiero la agenda en vez de la L-Star. Me gusta mucho la L-Star.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
That's got my name written all over it.
Ya, men, ok. Que todo todavía la pinche. Pinches güeyes, me cagan, ¿no? Tío? Son güeyes que no saben jugar en equipo. La neta, son esos güeyes que nunca van a jugar en equipo. Me caga, güey, porque
Optics here.
Appointed.
Sniper.
este juego se gana jugando en
Hey,
equipo.
we got ourselves a new kill leader.
Standard stock here. Level 1.
I could use that.
Champion
De hecho, sí sirve esa cosa.
Champion just fell.
De matar al
crafting
champion.
over here.
Vamos a agarrar el
That was
champion.
lovely. Let's do it again sometime.
Creo que ya es todo. Yeah, me encantaría una mochila o... Creo que más balas, es lo que me faltan.
I'm crafting. Beauty takes time.
Te voy a agarrar balas. Voy a
Lovely. There's a
dejar...
replicator here.
Leader appointed. Kill leader. Glad they haven't won yet.
Para
But I'm
craftear
still
balas.
ready.
Pum. Come on.
We'll find something good here.
Oh, fuck. No, quiero agarrar estos. Sí, vámonos.
Don't drive out.
Heard that.
Extended light mag here.
No, no
Level
sirve.
2. Extended energy mag here. Level 3.
Ah, la verga, es de otro
Just
lado.
what I
Fuck.
needed.
I need a body shield.
Zipline here. Some of us
I need
don't
a
need
body
lines
shield.
to zip
Heard
around.
that.
Que estoy a 13 días para terminar todos mis papeles. Si no lo hago ese tiempo, estoy obligado a volver a mi país. Chale. No, pues ojalá sí lo puedas tener rápidamente.
Let's see what we have over here.
Simón, déjenme atrás, pinches culeros.
I bet we'll find something good here.
Warning. Affirmative. Ring closing.
Some good news. We're in the next ring.
Este mapa no me gusta, ahorita que lo pienso.
Someone's been here.
Mucho
Keep an
árbol,
eye out.
muchos árboles.
Open supply bin over there.
My plan is to attack right here.
Enemy trap here. They thought they were clever.
Attention. Delivering care package.
Let's go
Incoming care
here.
package. Pro tip:
Hay
don't try
gente muerta.
grabbing something moving at that
Okay,
trajectory.
all right. All right, brothers, got my ultimate ready.
Por ahí, bradas. Dijo algo el men este, pero no lo escuché. Está hablando del Luke, pero no lo estoy escuchando. De hecho, estos dos están hablando. Ahorita le subo volumen al chat de voz porque...
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's scope this quadrant out here. Evo shield here. Level
I
2.
bet we'll find some deeps.
Muy chido aquí, todo que haya llevado chido.
Let's make a getaway with this gravity cannon.
No.
Let's go here.
One moment. feed. Half the squads are out. Got an extended supply bin here. Small door still closed. New kill leader. Heads up.
Zipline here.
Este es de un Pathfinder.
Get ready. There's an enemy close by.
Cover for my brothers. Calling the airstrike.
Airstrike!
Es mío, es mío, es mío.
Grenade, move! Frag out. Mayday, mayday. I'm grounded. Got me some hit.
One down. Shield up.
Recharging my shield. Recharging shield. Just a sec. Healing up. Taking fire!
Mantan, mantan, mantan. Ya que no los veo.
Enemy here. Taking fire. Cracked a bogey's shield. Reloading. Recharging shields.
Woo!
Reloading. We finished the squad, my brothers. That's how you get the job done.
Beautifully. Heal shield here. Level 3.
Thank you. Ah, nice, una car. Veo la car. Ajá. Voy a dejar esto. Ups, no, voy a dejar este.
I need light ammo.
Optics here. Mid-range. Healing. Setting up shop.
¿Qué es esto? No.
We're already inside the next ring. There better be some good loot around here. Remember who hooked you up. I've got your back. Don't mind if I do. Replicator on its way down.
Cool. Todo chido, todo bien, todo perfecto.
Optics here. Gotta hop up here.
Tubo chaya.
Turbocharger.
Thank you, tubo chaya. Ahí está el tubo chaya. Dime que es tú. Ok, sí, sí, sí.
Gotta heal. Taking a knee.
Crafting over here. My mother would love hearing me say that.
Pues no veo enemigos por acá. Tampoco veo enemigos por acá. Todo despejado. Más por ahora. Entonces tenemos que ir para acá. ¿Dónde estábamos? ¿Está por acá? Esa es una buena idea ir por acá. What? Fuck.
Medkit here.
Ya tengo uno.
Let's make a getaway with his gravity cannon.
Bueno, ya está yendo a la verga. Ok, está bien, tú solito, bro. Mames, quería primero checar, bro.
Enemy over here.
They never shoot through this.
Fox 3, Visual clear. Good tone.
Cracked an enemy shield. Reloading. Jump drive set.
¿Es neta?
Reloading. Watch out, I'm opening the sky.
¡Wow!
See, we're already inside the next ring.
Giving my shields a recharge.
I heard them.
Fox 3, missile off the rails. Cracked a bogey shield.
Ya no tengo un Phoenix Kit. Según yo había agarrado un Phoenix Kit. Creo que fue en la partida pasada.
Care package.
Eat an arc star. Taking fire.
Recharging shields.
Padlocked a bandit.
Let's go here. Target over there. Enemy over there.
Cracked a bogey's shield. Reloading.
Hostile spotted.
Reloading.
Taking fire. Throwing jump drive.
Voy, voy.
Eat a thermite grenade. Thermite out. Bogey's shield. Reloading.
They're shooting at me. Recharging my shields. Damn it, that hurt. I'm down.
Shield. Taking fire, brothers.
Fuck off.
Reloading. One down.
Cracked a bogey's shield. Reloading.
Fuck off.
In the sky. We finished the squad. That's how you get the job done.
Impressive. Glad you're my wingman. This remind you of how we first met?
Recharging shields.
Hold on, I need to heal.
4 kills y una asistencia. Nice. Esta es mucho mejor partida que la pasada.
Come on, let's use this gravity cannon.
Sí, ¿no? Vamos por acá. A ver, ¿tiene algo que me pueda servir este güey? Una estrella. Y ya, ok, cool.
Recharging shields.
1 minute till ring close. Hey, we got ourselves a new kill
Let's see
leader.
what we have over here.
¿Para allá? ¿A dónde?
That gravity cannon, shall we?
Ok, Gravity Cannon. ¡Uy!
Recharging my shields.
Déjame en podcast, no te iré a hacer una cosilla. Dale, dale. Siempre agarro la Sentinel, pero nomás latino como a 2 balas de 8.
Crafting over here.
Shops open for VIPs only.
Me quedan 4 escuadrones todavía.
Light ammo here. Shotgun ammo here.
2 enemy squads left, brothers.
We're already in the next ring.
Attention.
Good. More time to loot.
¿Dónde van a estar?
We got ourselves a new kill leader.
Care package on the way. I like the sound of that. Mama's got you now.
Nada, esto me sirve. El avisado me sirve. Y ya.
Care package over there. Just waiting to be opened. Activating jump drive.
Ok.
G7 scout here. Hop up here. Turbocharger.
Estoy bien sin el scout.
Optics here. Sniper.
Ya también tengo un...
Spitfire here.
Estoy
Just what I
fire.
needed.
My ultimate's ready to join the fun.
Estoy ready.
Round 4. Beginning ring countdown.
Chinga, se regresaron. Avisen, culeros.
People take here. Sniper stock. Extended energy mag. here.
Que no avisen.
Close range.
Sniper stock. Se compra sniper
I could
stock.
use that.
Wow. Nice.
Enemy over there.
Watch out, enemy there. Counting down from 60 and the ring's close by.
Bitch, where? Bitch, where?
We have 45 seconds.
Mira,
and
¿dónde?
the next ring's right there. Don't leave anything good behind.
Maybe someone over there. Watching it. Target spotted.
I see an enemy.
Down to 30 seconds. Ring's
Looting
just a
down.
little further.
Uy, rojo.
They're shooting at me. Recharging my shields. Ten seconds until the
Uhuhu.
you need, and let's go.
Got him.
Let's see what we have over here.
Under fire.
Ring's moving. Enemy over there.
Ya lo veo, ya lo veo a Lin Las. ¿Dónde está Lin Las X?
Let's
See what we have over here.
Recharging shields.
Dome shield out. Raining down some destruction. Heads up. Giving my shields a recharge.
Bogey over there.
Hostile spotted.
Under fire. Opening fire.
I bet we'll find something good here.
Throwing Arcstar. Frag out. Getting shot.
Telling on bandit out there.
Dome shield out. Giving my shields a recharge.
Firing. I downed a few enemies.
Under fire. Charging on my shield.
Fuck.
Could use some help.
Need to use this Phoenix kit.
Ow.
Taking fire, brothers.
Taking fire.
Damn, getting shot.
Use this gravity cannon.
Taking fire, brothers. Haha, throwing some cover for my brothers. Give me my shields to recharge.
Firing missile.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Recharging shields.
Under fire.
Quick.
Reloading.
Throwing jump drive.
I need to use this Phoenix kit.
Taking fire. Setting it.
Taking fire.
Enemy here.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Cracked shields on that bandit. Fox 3, I got radar lock.
Reloading. light ammo.
Fuck, está 10.
Contact.
Recharging my shield.
Hostile right here.
Taking fire.
Digo, le bajé 10.
Contact with Radas. Let's move this way. Hostile close.
Healing up.
Hold on, I need to heal.
Hostile close. Contact with target. Making contact with enemy.
Más que de ese güey.
Setting up shop.
Es el último que queda.
We've got 30 seconds to
Hostile right here.
we don't want to get
Está curando.
reloading.
Taking fire.
Nice.
I'm down. Bogey in my crosshairs.
It's your lucky day. I've got you.
¡Ah! Qué mamada.
I've been down.
No, no, no.
Contact with us.
Something this precious behind.
Contact. Contact with target.
Shooting.
Let's bring our buddy back to us.
Grenade out.
Ya que lo puedes matar. ¡Yeah! ¡Nice! ¡Buena! ¡Woo!
They won't be bothering us again.
GG, GG.
You are the Apex champions.
Ay, güey, qué bonito se siente ganar así. Fue una mucho mejor partida. Maté a 5. Fui el que más mató de nuestro team. What the fuck? Ay. No hice tanto daño como pensaba que iba a hacer. La neta, qué chingón. Buena partida, buena partida. Cool partida, chida partida. Chida partida, chida partida. Olvidaba rico que era verte jugar Apex. Güey, me mama jugar Apex. Extrañaba jugar Apex. No había visto mensaje, sorry, estaba... Ya sabes, intentando no morir. Perdón. Uy, uff. No sé si me encantaría poder jugar con amigos. Si algún amigo se descargue el Apextoso y cotorrear aquí, pero dudo que pase. El único que juega conmigo siempre era Crash y ahorita no está. Ya no va a estar. Porque está jugando. Digo, está trabajando. What the fuck, está trabajando. También si algún viewer dice, ah, Alan, ¿quieres jugar? Yo diría, si lo que quiero hacer es audio, volumen de micrófono 100%. Cool, Simón. Pero en unos años que si jugamos juntos al Apex, va. Va a estar así, va a seguir vivo el Apex en 2 años, creo. No es que estaban con la mamada de como Overwatch 2. Sacamos el mismo puto juego. Nice dumpy. Nam, nam, nam. Bueno, ya fue 1 hora del stream en TikTok. A la mierda el stream en TikTok. Nos vemos después, people. Si nomás voy a streamear como 1 hora, güey. Que no tiene sentido streamear más.
I'm in.
All right, fam. You can lean on Gibraltar.
After what I've seen, nothing down there scares me. This is your champion.
I'm either with you.
It's a me. I am the champion. Se puso bien caliente mi celular, qué pedo. Por el stream. Chale.
Dropping in. Hang on. Here goes nothing.
Now this is a body I bring home cooking to.
Tenemos people siguiéndonos. No, otra vez no. Ok, cool. A ver si nos encontramos a alguien.
Hostile spot.
Ya saben, los tiros de este lado. Ustedes vayan a esas casas, yo voy a esta. Porque eso es del respeto en Apex. Y yo lo respeto. Oh. Poquito, pero lo respeto.
Round
Barrel
one.
stabilizer here.
Hitting ring
Level 3.
countdown.
Looks like we're in the next ring. Dibs.
Ya tengo suficientes chicos.
Wingman here.
Ya tengo Wingman, pero gracias. Oh, no, no quería eso, quería esto.
Attention. First blood.
All right, let's do this thing.
Alright. Come on, brothers. Let's kick some ass, brothers. Hace rato escuché, I'm sorry, brothers. The claps on my cheeks. Oh, I'm sorry, brothers. The claps on my cheeks are too fucking
New kill leader appointed.
loud.
Open up shop and shut him down.
New kill leader. Heads up.
Don't
Barrel
mind
stable.
if I do.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Level 2. Come on, brothers. Vamos a partir en su pinche cola, la verga. Vamos a agarrar esto. No soy fan, para nada, de la R99. Pero tengo estabilizador, entonces puede servir de algo.
Got
¿No
a
quiere
hop up
turbocharger?
here. Turbocharger.
Turbocharger. Sí, voy a agarrar esto.
Peacekeeper here. Backpack here. Level 2.
I need a body shield.
Si alguien tiene un body shield, estaría chido.
Jump drive activated.
Qué chingón, ¿no? El rico presumiendo del pobre.
There is a new kill leader.
Ah, la madre, ya tiene 4 kills.
New kill leader. Heads up.
Well, hora de sacar mi escudo a putazo, supongo. Ah, este fue el que es... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Warning.
Ah, está matando
Ultimate's ready.
animales.
Half gone, half left. Already inside.
Con razón no dijo nada.
Backpack here.
Sí,
Level
oye.
2.
Estoy bien, nomás se ocupó.
Evo shield here.
Ah, sí.
Level 2.
I could use that.
¿De qué lado se sube? ¿De qué lado se sube? De este lado. Son dos, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't forget who hooked you up.
Delivering care package.
Ahí voy amigos, ahí voy.
Ooh, I
Espérenme.
feel good
Estoy
about this care
gordito.
package. Shall we?
Estoy gordito, espérenme. ¿Qué nos dan si hacemos esto? ¿O qué pedo?
R301, extended light mag here. Level 2.
Yeah.
Recharging shields.
Phoenix kid here.
Agarran un Phoenix Kit, siempre les conviene. Ah, ok. Me gusta gastar balas en estos güeyes. De por sí no tengo muchos y de por sí las gasto a lo pendejo cuando quiero. O te dan. No te dan. Del daño, ¿sí? Esa bonificación de daño de tu escudo no te la dan, ¿o sí?
Jump drive in position.
No me ataca, porque ahorita vemos. Según yo, no te lo dan. Tienes que pegarle un escudo para que te den la bonificación del ataque del escudo. Acá. Mami, si te lo dan. Qué mamada. O sea, técnicamente podríamos farmear el escudo aquí. Pero no vale la pena. Al menos creo que no vale la pena yo. Dan parte de la madre por allá.
Enemy over there.
Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right.
Arriba 1, 2, por 2, ok.
Heard that.
Tengo ulti. No les avisé, pero tengo ulti. Ya dejaron de pelear, ya mataron a alguien.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Hostile over there.
I hurt them. Shattered an enemy shield. Enemy down.
What? ¿Neta? Ok.
Signaling an airstrike.
Jump drive in position.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ok. No esperé que fuera nivel 5 ese escudo ya, güey. No, güey. Wop. Fuck. Vamos a jugar con Caustic. Caustic momento. Otro ratito y voy a jugar Stanley Parable. Para ver si se saca otros finales. Además, esta parte... No, bueno, ya llevo 1 hora jugando. Igual sí, esta partida y voy a jugar un rato Stanley Parable. Y a ver si vuelvo a jugar esta madre. Qué bueno que cambié.
I can't wait to get down there and do a job. Don't be fooled.
Let's make some bees and honey.
Rampage. ¿Rampage es bueno o todavía no? Porque Rampage por un rato fue una mierda. Rampart. No es Rampage. Rampage es un arma. Rampant. Rampant es media caca.
Introducing your champion.
I am the hunter the gods have sent.
I am the hunter.
Being fundamentally better sours the taste of victory. Let's land here.
Ok. Posiblemente sea otra partida y luego ya porque no sé si sobrevivamos esto. O sea, esta otra partida y si me va bien la otra partida, después de esa jugamos Stanley Parable. Que dudo que nos vaya bien aquí. Hay muchos teams.
Spotted one. Distant.
Fuck.
Shield up. No good. I've been down, brother.
Era un picha. GG. Aún no es GG, ok. ¡No! Quiso salvarnos, güey. Sí, chale. Si no hay comunicación, no me gusta caer en esos lugares tan concurridos. Güey, fuimos el primer team valiendo verga. No mames. ¿Sabes qué? Aguanta. Tengo ganas igual de otra cosa. Si jugamos Fuse, pues estrenamos a Octane. No, no se juega con Octane. No quiero probar con Octane. O Mirage. Mirage o Fuse. Vamos a jugar con Fuse. Papa Fuse es cool. Quiero cambiar de ir a algo muy pasivo a algo un poquito más violento. Y Fuse es muy violento. Ayuda mucho en early con su bombita. Ya, Pocho está acostado. Ok, somos tres, cool. No, no ha pasado eso de que se sale un cabrón en la selección de leyendas, güey. Me caga cuando pasa eso, güey. Estamos, entrando a la partida y de nada, ya somos dos nomás. Es como, güey, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué, güey? Casi llego a 10,000 seguidores en TikTok. No sé qué otras pendejadas subir, güey. Ay, tengo muchas pendejadas en la mente y al mismo tiempo ninguna, güey. Walter Fuse Fitzroy. Me caga ese skin de Watson, güey, neta. La odio.
I fought nightmares all my life. None of you scare me. Well, aren't you impressed? I might have to add you to my collection.
Bloody oath, fellas. Oh, you
Pick out
little
something
ripper.
nice for me, won't you?
Vámonos, pues. ¿A dónde vamos? Octane, ¿a dónde vamos? ¿A dónde vamos, güey? ¿A dónde nos estás llevando? ¿Cuál es tu plan? ¿Cuál es tu plan en este momento? Tengo... Ah, la verdad... Ah, aquí, ok. Ah. ¡No! Ah, Mozambique here. Why me? Ah, son dos putos. Bro.
Your Your efforts were
Qué mamada. Para haber tenido nada más la Mozambique, güey. Sí hice buen daño. Ah. Estos otros güeyes que tenían armas de verdad no podían ni siquiera pegarles una vez, güey. Oh, no, nos voy a poner con uno nomás. Estoy seguro de eso. Oh, no. Ah, ok, somos Master School. Ok, Pathfinder. Creo que Pathfinder, Gibraltar y Bloodhound nunca van a dejar de ser buenos. La neta, creo que fiermente. Neta, creo que eso nunca va a pasar.
I'm only headed one way.
O sea,
That's up, baby.
O sea, Pathfinder siempre es bueno. Bloodhound es buenísimo siempre. Bueno, buenísima siempre, güey.
I'll do 'em dirt cheap.
This is your champion.
Y que siempre va a ser muy XD es Mirage. No es bueno ni malo, simplemente es XD, güey. O sea, no sirve de mucho, tampoco sirve de poco, güey.
I'm Jump Master. Don't worry, kids.
Ok,
Fuse will
esta vez sí
catch
voy a
up
ser
in your
Jump Master.
fall. How's the Serenity? I'm flying.
Yeah, to say that with the dead. El pinche Pathfinder. Needed to say I with the dead. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. God damn it.
Stand back, knuckle clusters firing.
I am taking fire, friends.
Knuckle clusters
Using grapple.
Countdown.
Reloading.
down. Joker here. Broke that enemy shield. Reloading. Start going long. On your feet, mate.
Reloading. Keep eyes on the new kill leader.
Enemy right here.
Thank you. I'm a new woman. Charging on my shields.
Fuck off.
Clown taken down. Enemy right here. Serving him a knuckle sandwich. Miami knuckle cluster. Enemy killed.
Hell yeah. That was badass.
Reloading.
Need energy ammo.
No uso. No uso el cañón.
I'll walk it off.
I need sniper ammo.
Repairing. Let's move this way.
Hold up. Healing.
Sniper it. Sniper stock here. Level 3.
Healing up. You'll be right.
Hey, thanks. Need sniper optics. Hold up. Healing.
Juicing me shields.
Hold up.
Bueno, eso sale bien.
I found the next ring location for us. Check your map.
¿Se fue? Se fue.
1 minute and the ring's spitting distance. Proud of you blokes.
Ah, pues Mozambique here.
To go. Fortunately, radar shows the ring's close.
Ring will be closing in well, supply bin there.
Half the squads have bought the farm. We got this.
Y conseguir un escudo a Pathfinder.
Ultimate's ready. Light ammo here.
10 seconds and the ring's close. Evo shield here. Level 2.
Thanks a bunch. There's a clueless bogey out there.
I'm repairing
Enemy
myself.
over there.
Fox 3, sending it home.
The ring's moving, friends. Cracked an enemy sheep. Let's go this way.
Hold on to your cod pieces. Mother load's dropping. Reload. Grenade, heads up.
Del.
We put down the last of that squad.
Nice kill.
Otro squad.
Not coming.
Enemy there.
Got a bandit.
Being shot at.
Charging on my shield.
Fuck.
Enemy here. Right here.
Cracking on my shield. Reloading. Taking fire.
Por favor, no, que no te maten. Tú puedes, bro. Confío en ti. Fuck. ¡Ah! Vamos a jugar Stanley Parable. Nah, otra partida. Otra más de Apex. Otra más de Apex. Y luego Stanley Parable. Pero esta partida va a ser... Ah, mira, Watson. Ok. Esta partida va a ser con Mirage. Por los memes. Es la última partida de Apex. Ahorita jugamos ¿cómo se llama? Stanley Parable. Para ver qué otros finales sacamos. Si es que hay otros finales. Porque ayer hice... Bueno, el sábado hice varios. Hice varios finales.
I came here to party. Let's rock.
It's a good day to take out some fools and be back in time for dinner. I got pork chops tonight. Yeah.
AKA Kairi, Valk, and the Ghost of Viper.
Ghost of Viper, órale. Cool.
Introducing your champion.
I'll tell you this much, you did make me break a sweat.
3 down and out. Let's land over there.
Mastered the job.
Follow loud and clear.
Swivel. Bogey landed near me.
P2020, excelente.
Evo shield here. Level 2.
Ok, ya recuerdo que es mejor.
Taking fire.
Off the mic. I'm spotted. Putting lead down range.
Wait.
Sending out another me. Damn, he's good looking. You got bamboozled. Look at you. Got one here.
Next ring's not close, people.
Bam to the woozle. Yeah, sending out a decoy. Oh, someone got the party started. I think this place needs a little more me. Making contact. Decoy escape deployed. Getting hurt over here. You got bamboozled. You got bamboozled.
Oscar Mike, I'm spotted. I'm down. Need a medic.
Reloading. Got one. Enemy down. Charging on my shield.
You got bamboozled. Just relax. I got everything under control. Shot at. Bad news, I'm down.
Ah,
Oh, look at you.
Get my shield to recharge.
how? Jesus Christ. Ok, ahora sí, Stanley Parable. Ahora Stanley Parable, para ver qué tantos finales saco. Solo porque me gusta mucho ese juego. Está muy cool, está bonito. Posiblemente después de Stanley Parable voy a jugar Apex. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Ok. Sad, que nomás ganamos una. Pero vamos a ver qué tal va a ir Stanley Parable. Vamos a ver qué otros finales sacamos en Stanley Parable. ¿Seguirá diciendo Stanley Parable 2 o va a cambiar eso? Sí, porque la última vez decía Stanley Parable 2. No sé si eso va a cambiar. Esperemos que sí. Bueno, actualmente son las 10. O sea, las... Ah. Sí, 10 pm. Sí, 10 pm, sí, 10 pm. Confirmar. Momento. ¿Eso es nuevo? Eso es nuevo. Antes que empecemos, ¿puedo decir algo? Eso es nuevo. Todo esto es nuevo. Es porque fue a la hora las 2 veces que iniciaste el juego. Mucha gente no toma en serio este paso. Dejan el reloj en las 12 y siguen adelante. Pero tú tomaste el tiempo de configurar y te lo agradezco. Ahora sé que esta experiencia es importante para ti. ¿Estás prestando atención? Sí, sí, es muy importante para mí. Ni siquiera tengo forma de saber si la hora que pusiste era correcta. ¿Sabes algo? Hagamos un trato. Como cooperaste, la próxima vez que inicies el juego y veas esta pantalla, pon tu hora favorita en el reloj. Adelante, dije la hora que quieras. Aunque no sea la correcta, te lo ganaste. Bien, ya te dejo para que vuelvas al videojuego. Güey, qué bonito. Güey, qué bonito. Mm. Ups. Sigue siendo Stanley Parable 2. Quiero ver si cambia algo aquí. De pura mamada, a ver si cambia algo aquí. Yo supongo que no. Inicia partida. A ver qué pasa. ¿Qué sucede? A ver si cambia algo. Voy a poner las 4:20 la siguiente vez que me pida la hora.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
A ver si cambia algo.
Stanley worked for a
Sí, sí
company in a
cambiaron.
big building where he was
Sí, sí, siguen
employee number
los de
427.
estos.
Employee number
Los globos.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what
Voy a ver qué
buttons to
pedo con los
push,
coleccionables.
how long to push them, and in what
Lugar
order.
rojo y
This is what
azul.
employee 427 did every day of every month of
Lugar rojo y
every
azul.
year. And although others might have
Estoy acordando de
considered
las
it
pistas de los
sordid,
coleccionables. Sé que
Stanley
uno es rojo y
relished
azul.
every moment
Dice
that he
un
was
lugar
there.
rojo y azul. Estoy pensando
They
qué
had
lugar
been
es rojo y
made
azul.
exactly for this job. And Stanley
Was happy. Lugar rojo y azul.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Welcome back. Hi. Mira un logro. Nice.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
memo.
memo.
Si me hace falta encontrar un lugar rojo y azul. No está la puerta de nuevo contenido. Lugar
When
rojo y
Stanley
azul.
came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Lugar rojo y azul. Lugar rojo y azul. Lugar rojo y azul.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
¿Cambiará algo aquí?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Voy a recordar qué lugares hay. Large room, lots of boxes. Cuarto grande con muchas cajas. Cuarto grande con muchas cajas. Cuarto grande con muchas cajas. Y algo entre rojo y azul. Algo entre rojo y azul. Y un lugar con muchas cajas. Un lugar grande con muchas cajas. Lugar grande con muchas
All of his
cajas.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Entre rojo y
Stanley
azul.
decided to
Lo
go
único
to the
rojo y
meeting room.
azul que me
Perhaps he had
acuerdo
simply missed a memo.
es la puerta roja y azul.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Voy a ver si es en esa parte.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Wait,
we've gotten
wait.
off on the wrong foot here.
¿Cómo
I'm not sure I am.
chingados?
Really, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
But in his eagerness to prove,
¿Cómo llego ahí? Wait. Ok.
his co-workers were
Hay
gone.
uno ahí.
What could it mean?
¿Cómo llego
Stanley
ahí?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
llego ahí?
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deep? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Maybe sí para acá. No sé.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait. Oh, 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 oh. Nice. Okay.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Cool. Ahora nomás me falta el de un lugar entre rojo y azul. What the fuck? ¿Ah? Oh, hey, eso es nuevo. Hey.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
Honestamente
It
no.
must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've
¿Por
done to me.
qué?
This
¿Por
is
qué?
all your fault.
¿Por qué? What? Oh, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Un lugar
Stanley decided
entre
to go to the
rojo
meeting room.
y azul.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Un lugar entre rojo y azul. Y el único lugar... ¿Otra vez? Ok. Ah, sí, cuando reinicia este juego se reinician los inputs. El único lugar entre rojo y azul, de acuerdo, son las
When
puertas.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. and
Las
Stanley
puertas
knew
se
it
supone
perfectly
que se
well.
abren con esto.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Con
employee
Stanley
lounge
solo.
first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Entre rojo y azul, entre rojo y azul,
Stanley was so
entre
bad
rojo y
at following
azul.
directions, it's incredible
Entre
he wasn't
rojo y
5
azul,
years
entre
ago.
rojo y azul. Igual y no es,
Look,
pero...
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been
Entre
about
rojo y
nothing but
azul.
you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I
Entre
want
rojo y
something
azul
bad to
solamente se
happen
me
to
ocurren
you?
las puertas.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Ajá.
Prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yes.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Es una excelente pregunta.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Una excelente pregunta. ¿Seguimos con la historia o nos vamos?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
No, esto ya a ver. A ver. A ver. ¿Qué me va a faltar hacer? Esto tarda nada más en cargar. ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás bien, juego? Ok, cool. Yo, what the fuck? Yo!
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
¿Por qué?
It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Yes!
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Yes! 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 Ah, qué bonito lugar de nuevo, qué bonito. The Memory Zone. Cosas nuevas, nice. Aquí. Aún no puedo abrir esta. ¿Puedo abrir aquí? No, ok. Uy.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Lo voy a agarrar otra vez. 7 de 6, ok.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Podía no agarrarlas.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand?
Under the
Do you
stairs.
remember?
Yes, creo que abajo de las escaleras. Creo que era aquí abajo. Según yo sí fue aquí abajo.
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a figure, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know,
De hecho, sí.
under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible. Then, who am I to go making judgments?
Sorry, si era en la oficina del jefe entonces. Perdón. ¿Puedes subir más? No, se puede subir más.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No.
Well, I can't actually say I remember being in this
No.
room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, aquí no fue. What? What the fuck? ¿Cuál? What?
This
Ese
was
fue
the
aquí.
5th mini stand, and this
Yes.
one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
No. No.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent
Yes.
a lot of time making that video,
Hmm?
but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Nice, nice, bro. Nice. Excelente trabajo, narrador. Excelente trabajo, güey. Ah, yes.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the
Yes.
final figurine, right
Yes.
here by the red and blue doors.
Yes.
This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the
Yes.
others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
Cool.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Ah, llévame al mismo lugar, cool. You're in the present. Oh,
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment.
The
Nothing
past.
left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
oh, okay. Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll
Yes.
do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Yes.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors.
Ah,
I
yes.
remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's
¿por qué
keep
será?
going. I want more.
Narrador es un niño chiquito, güey. Me cae muy bien. No me puedo hacer ese video.
Here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Sí, claro que sí, bro.
Yes, I love that video.
Qué buen narrador, qué bueno que te gusta mucho ese video. Pero neta, no recuerdo esta parte. No sé de qué
Remember
hablas.
the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one.
No.
Good room, though. A solid room.
Yo sí. Buena habitación, cool habitación, chida habitación. Chido. Aquí fue donde la cagué.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Wait. ¿Puedo ir al boss office? No puedo. Fuck. Bueno. Voy a ir al baño.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yes.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Nada, güey. Wow. Oh yeah. Los coleccionables y esta pendejada.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Ok, y me sigo sin pinche círculo a la verga. Digo, sin salto, puta madre. Ah, yes.
Yes,
The two doors.
Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Mismo cuarto. Yep, cool. Ah, yes.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Mm.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
No mames. What? Chalkboard
All of
ending.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Whiteboard
Stanley
ending.
decided to go to
Whiteboard
the
ending.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Vamos a cumplirlo. Me parece es la última vez que va a estar Stanley, so.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Uy, la rola. Digamos.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
¿Qué va a pasar después? Tengo esa duda, ¿qué va a pasar después?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Supongo.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
A ver, ¿ahora qué pasa?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself.
Ok, voy a hacer
That's all I
solo ahora.
need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
¿Sabes la de solo? Porque dijo que ya se iba a retirar, entonces...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Entonces, ¿qué va a pasar si lo hago solo?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
¿Qué pasará también si...? Ok, ahorita voy a apagar el juego y voy a prenderlo. Para ver si pasa algo nuevo.
Their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Después de saber esto del
Stanley
narrador,
stepped through the open door.
se siente diferente este final.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Se siente diferente ahora. Con ese último diálogo, lo voy a dejar ir ahora. Pero sí supongo que va a seguir en un loop. De todas maneras.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Pero ok, vamos a ir al menú, vamos a salir, voy a entrar. Para poner la siguiente hora. What? Ok, dije, what the fuck, ¿por qué no se sincroniza? Vamos a poner 4:20. Ah, 4:20 es tu hora favorita. ¿O será que no pudiste resistir y metiste la hora correcta esta vez? Pues entonces hay que disfrutarse de poder el poner la hora correcta. Ahora quiero saber qué tan precisa es la hora 4:20. Somos la barra es otra barra deslizante. ¿Qué tan precisa es la hora? No, muy imprecisa, bro. Muy imprecisa. Entonces una cosa, sin importar la precisión del reloj, lo estoy pasando genial ajustando esas configuraciones. Siento que estoy conociendo mejor, entiendo cómo te gustan las cosas. Pero en realidad todo es bueno. Ojalá tuviera más barras deslizantes, pero ya las usamos todas. Quizás pueda inventar alguna barra de licencias nuevas para reunir más datos sobre ti. No debe ser tan difícil. Sí, voy a crear algunas. Deberán estar listas las próximas que inicies el juego. Ok. Iniciamos de nuevo, supongo. A ver si ponemos la hora correcta. 10:41. Va. Ok, desarrolla por cross. Baby Redden, ajá. Pues la barra. Ah, ok. Pues la barra hasta que sean amigos. Ajusta la barra hasta que en número 5 se convierta en 9. Oh. Ya va revisando hasta que el menú cambie. Ah, no está cambiando nada. Esas palabras inventadas interesante. Frimósico, ocupoinico. Boncal. Y. Ajusta la barra de distancia. Ok. ¿Sabes qué hora es en este momento? Sí. ¿La hora en este momento es la hora correcta? Sí. Bueno. Bueno, ¿y qué es el tiempo? No. ¿Hay algo acerca de ti que no me hayas dicho? Sí. Ayuda. ¿Vas a visitarme? Sí. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This is the... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ok, ¿y algo nuevo? ¿Algo que ver?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Voy a salirme para volver a visitar a este güey del menú. Eso está raro. Y sad. A ver qué pedo. Porque eso sí me preocupó un poquito. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Alguien lo sabe de verdad? Claro que no. Nadie sabe nada. Tú y yo ni siquiera nos conocemos. Somos como desconocidos. Sí, ajusté todas las configuraciones de juego exactamente como querías. Pero ¿quién no lo ha hecho? Es lo que hago. Es mi trabajo. Y ahora el trabajo está hecho. No tengo información que reunir. Ya conseguí de ti todos los datos que puedo. Y si sigo sin saber quién eres de verdad. Tú no sabes quién soy yo. Y ninguno de nosotros sabe qué hora es. Supongo que algunas configuraciones son inconfigurables. Pero para serte sincero, el reloj no hace nada en el juego de todos modos. No estaré aquí la próxima vez que dice el juego, no pasa nada. Los videojuegos están hechos para que se jueguen en soledad. Te gusta estar en soledad, ¿no? Quizás eso sea lo único que realmente sé de ti. Bueno, es hora de que me vaya. Hay configuración más que debemos ajustar, pero todavía no estoy en condiciones de hacerlo. No es mi trabajo, pero no pasa nada. Tal vez me verás de nuevo. Si puedes encontrarme. A hablar pronto. Epílogo. Eso es nuevo. Eso es nuevo. Eso es nuevo. Sí es cierto, dijo que iba a ser una zona de epílogo. No recordaba eso. Muchísimos años después. Ok. Oh. De nuevo aquí. Ok. Ok. No va a haber nada, ¿verdad? Ok. Whoa, what the fuck? fuck? ¡No! La cabaña de los recuerdos. Hmm. Cookie Nine Blog. No seas mamón. Como tantas otras personas disfruté jugando Stanley Parable original, lo cual realza la tremenda decepción que es la secuela. El primer juego estaba repleto de originalidad, pero Stanley Parable es burdo, carece de inspiración y a menudo es un insulto a los fans. En vez de profundizar en lo que hizo disfrutar el primer juego, la secuela desvía hacia algo que nadie quería, un agujero infinitamente profundo. ¿A quién le importa? ¿Dónde están los finales nuevos? ¿Qué pasa con las partes disfrutadas de Stanley Parable, como la línea de aventura? Ahora hay una misión secundaria aburridísima en la que debes recoger figuras. Incluso esta distracción parece incompleta. No recibes nada por coger figuras. What the fuck? Oh no. Güey, no, narrador. Stanley Parable. Basta de spin-off. Basta de secuelas.
Jim, Jim, Jim.
Cuando Stanley Parable se lanzó en 2013 se convirtió en un gran éxito. Sus creadores hicieron planes para convertir en un título de la saga. En una saga. Pero la desastrosa recepción crítica y el comercial de Stanley Parable 2 hizo que los desarrolladores repensaran sus ambiciones, según expresaron un comunicado de prensa que se publicó hoy. Está claro que los fans no quieren más Stanley Parable. Esta comunidad creímos que nuestra visión de la saga entusiasmaría a los jugadores, pero ahora resulta que no podríamos haber estado más alejados de la realidad. A continuación, los desarrolladores prometen preservar la integridad artística del juego original y dejar de atacar a los fans con estas imprudentes e insultantes visiones creativas. La expresión "lo sentimos" parece más 25 veces en el comunicado. Oh man. No.
Jim, 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 Jim.
No, güey.
Jim, Jim, Jim. Jim, Stanley. Jim, Jim. Stanley. Stanley. Stanley.
Ah. No hay nada más. Narrador. Gracias por disfrutar el nuevo contenido. Hola de nuevo. ¡Hola, güey! Gusto en verte. Pero es terrible descubrir que jamás habrá otro juego de Stanley Parable. ¿Leíste lo que dijeron los desarrolladores? ¿Preservar la integridad de la serie? ¡Qué ridiculez! Pero Stanley Parable no es algo sagrado que haya que proteger. Al diablo con el legado. Sigamos haciendo juegos de Stanley Parable hasta que explote el sol. Hundamos esta serie. Arrastrémosla por el lodo. Y si la gente lo odia, ¿a quién le importa? Verás, Ese era el problema del narrador. Estaba obsesionado con lo que la gente opinaba de su obra. No cometas el mismo error, no te aferres al legado. Deja que arda. No es difícil, te mostraré cómo hacerlo. Juntos vamos a hacer Stanley Parable 3. Es sencillo, solo tenemos que cambiar el número de la pantalla inicial del juego. También necesitamos un subtítulo de lo más idiota para el juego, algo llamativo y de mal gusto. Te combinas estas palabras aleatorias para crear un juego. Título para nuestro juego. Una puerta al regreso ahora con más parrilla de él, el señor de él. El origen del espíritu humano. Stanley para el espíritu del origen del espíritu humano. Es absurdo, me encanta. Cada vez que reinicies el juego, adelantaremos en uno el número de la secuela y dirigiremos un nuevo subtítulo. Así Stanley Parable jamás terminará. Y nada del juego en sí mismo cambiará cuando hagas esto. Agregamos contenido suena trabajoso, no hace falta. Será el mismo contenido, reciclado, una y otra vez, con una nueva pantalla inicial. ¿Qué te parece? ¿Avanzamos con este plan? A mí me gusta. Quiero conocer tu opinión. Let's do it. Bien, está decidido. La nueva secuela cada vez que inicias el juego. ¿Sabes qué? Como depositaste fe en mi idea, yo también quiero darte algo. Creo que el narrador no encontró la manera de darte un logro averiado, ¿no? Claro que no. Ni debe ser como... Ni debe ser como... Ni debe ser cómo hacerlo. Ni debe saber cómo hacerlo. Me estaba molestando. Vamos a solucionarlo. Listo, ya está. La máquina de luz está reparada. ¿Ves? Estoy de tu lado. Somos un equipo. Vamos a hacer que este tren nunca se detenga. Stanley Parable no puede terminar. Solo puede girar alrededor de sí mismo para siempre. Debo hacer que la rueda siga girando. Estoy listo. ¿Y tú? Genial. Solo tenemos que hacer una cosa más. Introduce la hora actual. ¡Güey! 55. Ajusta la barra de desante para... Es que puse Stanley Parable. ¿Neta nada va a cambiar? ¿Neta nada va a cambiar?
This is the story of a man named Stan.
Qué rápido salen esas secuelas.
Stanley worked for a
No
company in a big
mames.
building where he was employee number 427.
Güey.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on
¿Qué onda, Sebas? ¿Cómo estás?
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it
Güey, qué
soul-winning,
loco.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came.
Estoy muy feliz.
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stan...
Ok. Stanley was happy. ¿Neta nada va a cambiar?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
¿Nada va a cambiar? Aquí está el bucket, ok. El bucket. Oh, new content. A ver. El Blade, mi personaje favorito El Blade, mi personaje favorito de Stanley Parable 3. El balde. ¿Por qué leí el Blade? ¿Soy idiota? Si el balde es... Es una mamada que funcionó, güey. Funcionó lo que querían.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing
Va a
this
poner
ultra-deluxe
Ok,
version turned
va a
out to
poner
be. The
el...
original Stanley Parable was a landmark.
Ok.
And any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Museo del museo.
Forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Sí, va a ser esto otra vez.
Yes, This, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Ok. Supongo que neta nada va a cambiar.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
O por
is
ahora
going to
nada va a
be,
cambiar.
but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure
Whoa.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Damn.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
¿Se guardarán los coleccionables que tenía? Tenía como 20 cacho. Ah, sí es cierto que la máquina ya sirve. Vamos a ver si neta ya sirve.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Yes, yes.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Okay.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever,
Ahora sí ya
and
sirve.
pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
¡Sí! ¡Sí!
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
¡Sí!
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure? Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Ok. Cool. Nice.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
A ver si se guardaron todos los coleccionables que agarré. ¿What? Supongo que ya no. Ok. Ya no hay más altos.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Yo me los acabé, valió
Oh,
madre.
wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Sí, es cierto, hay algo aquí. Una puerta. Ah, amén. Aún no está listo. Algo falta. Sí, se hay un botón que dice Stanley. Voy a ver si se ve. El epílogo ya está.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later. For the Stanley
Sí, dirá
Parable
Stanley.
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
El grado mundial de la
Isn't that
configuración para abrir la puerta. Ah, ok.
Jim.
Ah, nomás dice Jim
So,
otra vez.
I
Ok.
should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to
Espera.
really simulate the full experience of
Haz
this
mundial de la
feature. Just play
configuración. ¿Cuál
along.
es esa?
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever
Okay.
you are, and...
De todas las barras. Entonces todas las barras son todas las barras.
This is the story of a man named Stan. Simply
Ok, ya hice
become a
estas.
person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as
Sí,
Jim,
hace rato
seizing
también
all
me
the
dieron...
world's possibilities as Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Huh.
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Jim. All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now?
Yes.
Get out of here.
Ok.
I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
El agujero dirá algo. O sea, sí, el
Maybe
bucket.
I'll
El
only
bucket.
let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
El bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
Ah, no hice mi nombre ya.
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the
Una barra
many
escondida en
disorienting
general.
contradictions
Actividad,
of the
etiquetas
Stanley
de
Parable
objetos.
will feel
General. Actividad. Etiquetas de objetos. ¡Ah! Cool.
perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long.
¿O no? ¿No me debe faltar alguna? Etiquetas de colores. Ah, no. Ok.
Long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes.
Cada barra
the
pasa por
bucket-
cada número. ¡Oh! ¡Fuck! Ok. Well. A huevo que cross iba a ser algo así. Hijos de la chingada, los odio. Pero los amo al mismo tiempo. Ok. No me caen bien en ratos. En otros ratos sí me caen muy bien, pero en estos ratos no me caen bien. Si no me lo dan después de esto, me voy a molestar. Qué pendejada. Qué pendejada, güey. Ah, ¿Hay otra aquí? No, ok. Oh my god. No me caen bien. Ese se va contra por el follow. Vamos a algo bonito pasó ahorita. En lo mientras. Wait. Ah, fuck.
This is the story of a
Ah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Lo que sea por un logro.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Lo que sea por un logro.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Lo bueno es que no reinicié el juego. Porque tenía planeado reiniciarlo ahorita. Para hacer Stanley Parable 4 de una vez. Ah. Ah, qué estupidez. Y falta, neta falta que me digan, ah, no, lo hiciste muy rápido, Alan, no vas a poder tener el logro, güey. Jesus Christ. Cross, eres un pinche genio malvado, güey. Los desarrolladores son unos genios malvados, bien cabrón, güey. Ah. Ok, por lo menos aquí no hay nada. Y aquí tampoco. Y no me sale. No sé qué hice mal. ¿Vuelvo al juego? Ok.
Is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing
Ya tiene mis
despair,
stickers, nice.
must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I
Bueno,
say
eso me hizo
that I
feliz.
do believe the bucket lends you an air
Por lo
of
menos.
charisma as well? I think that just
Por lo
hope
menos me hizo un
has
poquito
made you the
feliz.
slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Le mandan el
All
logro.
this and more
¿O tengo que entrar a la puerta?
in the Stanley Parable 2.
¿Podré
Does
entrar a la
anyone give
puerta
out
ahora?
awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really
What?
should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, dice el nombre de las cosas en inglés. Ok. Bueno, valió madre.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get
Oh.
Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all
Sí,
along.
en la primera
Get
partida
Well
tenía este.
Someday it is.
Ok, cool. No había visto que se ponían los globos así.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
¿Podré abrir la puerta ahora? Sala del bucket. ¿Podría hacerlo? Voy a ver. Voy a ver si lo puedo hacer. Según yo ya pasé por... Ah, el hoyo. Es cierto, el hoyo. El hoyo infinito. A saber qué pasa con el hoyo infinito. Llevo el bucket al principio del juego y llevar a la sala del bucket. ¿Puedo llevar a la sala del bucket?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top and we can continue onward.
La otra vez sí presioné G muy rápido. Voy a ver si cambia esto. Sí.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer,
Va,
but
va,
I
va.
do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Whoa!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
Huh.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Huh.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Mostly.
If it works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
¿Qué pasa?
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
¿Qué pasa si no estoy de acuerdo? No había llegado aquí al fondo. No había llegado al fondo, güey. Dije, a la verga, ¿qué pedo? ¿Qué pasa si no estoy de acuerdo? ¿No va a pasar nada? Sí, no va a pasar nada, creo. Sí, ok.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Según yo ya es todo. Porque los coleccionables pues ya valieron madre. El hoyo ya lo vimos. Tírate de nuevo, va. Ah, se va a enojar el narrador entonces. Se va a enojar el narrador. Estoy seguro de eso. Uy.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Yeah.
The problem is that you like holes too much.
Yes.
Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
No mames.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Pues
even
no.
by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
I don't know.
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Ok.
Well, there it is.
Whoa!
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Wait. Oh no.
Is the,
Oh no.
teleport button not working? You sure?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago.
Oh,
Try
no.
it again. Still nothing?
No.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
Uh-huh.
I'm out.
What?
Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You
What?
couldn't bear to be away from
What?
the hole.
What?
Now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
What?
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest.
¿Qué está haciendo? Güey, no. Oh no. Oh no. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Por qué cambia la música? ¿Aló? ¡Oh! ¡Oh! What the fuck? ¡Qué verga! ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pedo? ¡Wow! What? ¿Qué está pasando? Oh shit.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
What the fuck?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Yeah?
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
No, de nuevo. Oh no. Not again. Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay. Ajá. Y ya tengo el balde. No ocupas otra vez que dentro aquí, ¿verdad? What the fuck is this? Ah, the bucket. Ok. Ok. Cool. Me sigue sin darme mi logro, pero... Pues ya ni pedo. Según yo ya fue todo, ahora sí. Jesus Christ, what the
Calling it the Stanley
fuck?
Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Mostly Infinite Hall. Sí lo cambié, sí cambié el nombre. Del...
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. Ah, sí, ahora va a ser el prototipo de Stanley Parable. Es verdad, es verdad.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
La mamá que el jump circle está en el hoyo.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Funcionó hace rato.
But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley
¿Va a cambiar?
Parable 2.
Entonces el título también.
Let me see if I can whip something up.
Porque sí está Stanley Parable 3.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
¿Va a cambiar? No, ok. No, sí cambió. Cool. Ok, vamos a hacer lo que dijiste de llevar el bucket a donde dijiste. Ya sabemos. This is Stanley, bla, bla, bla. Todo está cool.
All of his coworkers
Chido.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Wait, ¿vas a reiniciar esto? Oh, God, no. Okay.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon
Dos veces de nuevo.
in 2022
No.
with
Ok,
the
está bien.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Entonces ahorita sí puedo
Delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new
saltar
Ultra
entonces.
Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized that bucket you're holding. It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Eso es nuevo. Nuevos diálogos.
Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Ok. Ya no tengo saltos.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Neta, valieron verga. Fuck. Fuck. Me gasté todos la primera vez. Fuck. Amén.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting?
El hoy estaba chido.
On the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be.
Creo que todo el mundo se gastó los saltos al principio.
To make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
Yes.
Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish.
Yes.
The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win!
Yes.
I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, I win, I win, I win, I win, I win, I win.
Qué bonito.
I win.
¿Y ahora? No, ok.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Ah, Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Ah. Ok. Ya he visto esa... Creo que esa señal es nueva. Cool.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley
First
Parable
time,
2.
Primera vez, Claro.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An
Por primera,
entirely new
tercera vez,
experience
ándale.
built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
De haber sabido que había en estas Esos letreros. Hubiera puesto ese menú mucho antes.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
A ver.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
El bucket es el que me llama más la atención. Supongo que todo lo demás está correcto. Wait, what?
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you.
What?
Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much.
Huh?
I had to destroy both of them.
Huh?
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Huh? Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Era demasiado poder. Supongo. Sigo sin tener el pinche...
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
Sigo sin tener el
what do
acceso a esa
players
puerta.
really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you
Logro
role
complicado de
play
lograr.
to really
Hey.
simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Ese intento y no sé qué hice diferente.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then
Intenté una
you'll
vez.
never understand
No lo
the
voy a intentar
impact
otra
of this
vez
button.
en stream por lo
Otherwise,
menos.
it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
En este stream, más que nada.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now,
Que
allow yourself
vamos
to
a
become
dejarlo,
Jim.
vamos a dejarlo.
Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim.
Secta,
You
what?
feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Eso es diferente.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the
Me
second
pone
time.
feliz
If
verlo,
this
escucharlo
were the only
feliz.
new feature in the
La
Stanley
neta.
Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Esta mamada del bebé.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Ya no lo encontré. En ningún final.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic... Now here's
¿Qué
something
dice? A ver
special.
qué dice,
You
a ver qué
remember
dice
that
aquí,
broken
porque ya lo
test
tengo.
achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix
no,
it.
dice
I
lo
didn't
mismo,
do
okay.
anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago.
Okay,
Who fixed it?
okay.
Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
No dice nada acerca de esto. De los coleccionables. Pero pues ya es todo. Bueno, vamos a ver si... No, no es que pues no. Hasta que consigas el logro me va a dejar abrir esta pinche puerta. Y el hoyo ya lo vimos. Ah, los globos, obviamente los globos.
Okay, I'll be
Muy
honest,
importante
I
los
haven't yet
globos.
decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person,
De volada
you
cambian.
realize that you knew which one you actually
Porque si
really
ya abrí la
wanted all
puerta,
along.
pues sí.
Get Well Someday it is.
Bueno, ahora voy a ir. ¿Qué se pasa? ¿Y si reinicio el juego? Porque debería cambiar a Stanley Parable otra cosa.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Stanley Parable
Ready
4 y
to
así.
move on now?
Pues a ver.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come
Porque ahorita
together
voy a
as
reiniciar el
one
juego.
single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Y ahí es el
There's
epílogo.
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Sigue siendo la mamada. Entonces
Well,
¿la cubeta ya
I
valió
mean,
madre?
there's potential here, right? It's
¿Ya no voy a
sort of-
poder volver a
Okay,
agarrarla?
never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Porque las...
Okay, yes.
Las borró
This
las
is
dos.
much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent
Va a agarrar
video
otro.
game at all.
Hay dos
It's a lot
cubetas
of
aquí, de hecho.
gags.
Una cubeta y
And
otra
I do
cubeta acá.
very much enjoy creating
La cubeta
gags,
con
but they
reinicias.
don't add
Ah,
up to
ok.
anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Nice.
I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully,
Y
of
Shimon,
course,
Shimon, Shimon.
with respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
No, se ve desde acá.
Could it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Va, cool. Ok. Para salir de escritorio. para Stanley Parable 4. O 3 otra vez. Todo depende. Eso de Cloud, good. Good, good, good. Cross. Che, desarrollado. Son una mamada, güey. Son una mamada. Lo seguí por Twitter durante un chingo, güey. Stanley Parable 4, ok. Stanley y su chimpancé. Yes. Wait. Algo hice mal. No voy a poder ver.
This is the story of a man named
Chale.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
Creo que
where he
porque el
was
hecho de que no
employee
reinicié el
number
juego ahorita.
427,
O sea, no inicié el juego
employee number 40.
en cuanto hizo los cambios de Stanley Parable 2.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Chale.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No. No, surely not.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Still no one
Tiene
was
cambió.
here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps it's Stanley. We must move on from this broom closet.
Okay.
Simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did,
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked up.
Ah, tengo que pasar por el pibe de nuevo. No creo. A ver. A ver. Maybe, I don't know. Es un buen epílogo. Está cool, está bonito. Buenas imágenes. Simplemente dejaré W presionado. Esto está muy bonito el epílogo. O sea, no es nada, pero aún así es mucho. Así lo siento, ya es como... Es impactante, de cierta manera. Neta, no me acuerdo cómo se llama, pero el guionista de esta madre está fumadísimo, güey. Está muy bonito. El chile está muy bonito. Y ya el valle, la cabaña de los recuerdos. ¿Algo alrededor? Pues no. Se puede ver desde acá, cool. A ver si sí es lo mismo o no. Vemos el nuevo review de Cookie 9. El cacto. Busca alrededor de aquí. Porque ya vi todo el epílogo, según yo. Pero mira cómo me pierdo cosas. ¿Puedo volver? No, no puedo volver. Ya valió verga. Solo sigue. Ok. Los botones. Jim. Mm. Jim. Jim. Stanley. Si has hecho el final de la cápsula de escape con el balde. Ah, no, de hecho. Ah. Sí, se me olvidó hacer ese final. Ya no, ya no hay figuras, ok. Ese final me faltó hacer. Ahorita lo hago. Hola de nuevo. Gusto en verte. Ah, así es, ok. Es lo mismo. ñe. Ok. Mm. Dale para el 5. What the fuck? El libro del amor. Es absurdo, me encanta. Ok. Ya se logró. Ok. Hora actual son las 11:51. Sé que no hace nada, pero... ¡Uy! La canción, güey. Pendejada.
This is the story of a man named
Stanley. Ok, vamos a intentar hacer el
All of his
final
co-workers
de
were
Escape
gone.
Pod.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Si ese final no lo he hecho.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Tengo que terminar una vez, creo. Ah, no, ok, cool. Es el libro del amor de entre una cubeta y un hombre. No, wait. Ah, no está en input, ok. Mm. Let's go. El amor prohibido, un hombre y su cubeta. A huevo. Ah, no, chingas, para aquí no es. ¿Quién se le habrá ocurrido esto? O sea, este final. O sea, investigar y experimentar para hacer este final. ¿Quién fue el maníaco? Que la primera vez que jugué Stanley Parable, el primer Stanley Parable, yo ni idea de este final. Luego vi en la wiki que decía The Escape Pod Ending. Yo, ah, cabrón, ¿cuál es el final así? Está chido. Pero pues, what the fuck. ¿Quién se le ocurrió? Sí, y ahora se supone que se supone que se corta el juego por el hecho de que como no está el narrador y se ocupa el narrador, no se completa nada. Pero ahora pues a ver qué pasa. ¡Oh! Güey.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Fuck.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
¡Ya no
He
está!
had simply missed a memo.
Ya no está. Porque él sí escapó. Güey. Y se puede consiguió todo aquí, pero... Chale. Me aparece por si acaso. Ah, ok. Pero igual, ¿me conviene ir directamente al epílogo ahorita? ¿Otra vez? ¿O qué me falta por hacer? ¿O qué puedo hacer ahorita? Lo que hace
No
que al
matter
final de
how hard
acá...
Stanley looked, he couldn't
Ya
find
hice
a
la
trace of
puerta.
his co-workers.
Exactamente igual, solo que ahora aparece la cápsula de los cerradores de la casa. Ah, ok. Algo... No, pues no sé si hay algo nuevo. O sea...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
La conferencia piensa, no, what the fuck.
Yes, truly
¿Ah?
a room worth
No, ese
admiring.
no.
It had really been worth the detour after all.
¿Cómo saca ese?
Just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
¿Cómo saca ese?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so
Sí, el juego
utterly
normal hasta que se abra
captivating that
chimenea.
even though all your co-workers have
Oh, ok.
mysteriously
Wait, entonces puedo
vanished,
regresar, cierto,
here
cierto,
you
cierto.
sit looking at these, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
¿Qué otro?
Shocked,
El secreto de una buena manera es
Stanley wondered in
dejarlo
disbelief
asarse en
who
un sartén
orchestrated this.
antiadherente.
What dark secret
Lo
was
hacemos
being
con
held
pimienta y
from
sal.
him?
Techo.
What he could not have known was that
Definitivamente.
the keypad behind the boss's desk
Tú, porfa,
guarded the
gracias.
terrible truth
Tú,
that his boss had
ahorita
been
va
keeping
a
from
decir lo de
him.
New Age.
And so Stanley was in such
Sí,
a
New
rush to
Age.
get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
Vuelve a
relaxed
subir.
for a
Puedo
few
volver a
moments
subir.
with some calming New Age music.
Ah. No sé que se podía volver a subir. Jamás lo había pensado.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passage.
Sí, cierto. Mañana voy a... ¿Tener el día? A mí no. Chale. Entonces, bajo por el ascensor y vuelvo a subir. Tres veces.
Descending deeper into the building,
No sé que se puede hacer
Stanley
eso.
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
Pues sí, porque nunca volteé a ver el ascensor, sí es cierto.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do
Sí, esto es
that
nuevo.
when he knew
En
that
el juego original no
he could
está.
back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Y... Ok. ¿Aló?
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Órale.
It's still just exactly what it is.
Cool.
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in
Yes.
new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Yes.
It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Ok.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Che mamón. Oh, vaya, wow.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Güey.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
De nada, bro. Boop.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to
Obvio.
understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Wow, un pasillo espeluznante. Órale. Ah, no dijo nada. No dijo nada.
You know what? I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
Y es un buen punto.
Where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
El vato que fue a Marte. Oh, wow. Bebé de la paz mundial.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley.
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Esto va a salir completamente mal porque Stanley no puede hablar. ¡Wow! Oh, shit. Oh, no. Y Stanley explotó. Yep.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Replacement bucket.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Con la cubeta es diferente. Let's go, 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 go.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
2845, ¿verdad?
His manager's office,
Pero primero,
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
A ver qué pasa.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Ok, número 3.
The bucket said nothing.
Va, número 3, el número 3. Va.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Listo, ok, vámonos. Perdón, cubeta. Perdón. Pensaba que te iba a gustar el número 3.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Ahora qué número,
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Amén. cubeta, ¿por qué?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence.
Verga.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Chale.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
La única solución es subir por tercera vez. No dijo nada, ¿sabes?
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Okay. What? Whoa. Okay.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one. There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Chale, güey. Yo creo que aquí voy a dejar el stream con ese final sad. Tengo que cenar e irme a dormir. Pendejada. Nos estamos viendo el miércoles. ¿Vale? Jeremy, descárgate el Apex para jugar. Pero sí, está muy chingón este juego. Es una mamada y me encanta. Es muy estúpido y me encanta. ¿Qué estás tirando tú? Ay, qué bonito. Pero sí, nos estamos viendo el miércoles. Pásenla chido, pásenla bonito, descansen, tengan excelente noche. Los quiero mucho, gracias por pasarse por aquí. Y pues nada, pásenla chido. ¿Sale? Nos andamos viendo. Igual cuídate, Sebas. Bye bye.